Alright, so there is a hood pattern that I want to try to make, so I'm going to use this red heart yarn that I had gotten recently. It's so soft. Like, you guys need to go to the store and just feel it. It's so soft. Sorry if my cats are making noise, but I want to get started on this hood. The pattern is free, and I'll put the link in the description of the video if you want to make it as well. I don't remember the maker's name, but I'll put the link to it in the description if you want to make it too. So I'm going to start working on this. It's worked flat, and then you seam up the back, I believe. So I think it's going to be really easy to make, and hopefully I won't make any mistakes this time. I think I'm probably better at crocheting because I kind of understand shaping, I think, a bit better. I think if I saw something that was crochet, I could pretty much figure out how to remake it by just looking at it. But with knitting, I don't know. I think it's harder to gauge sizing wise because the stitches are smaller and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna get started. Right now I have stubbers. Oh my goodness, what are you doing? Where are you going? This is our cat Ronnie. He never shows up in videos. Well, not that much, but he's right here sleeping. He's all comfy. Aren't you, Ronnie? And then we have stubbers. And then we have Princess and Kitten are snuggled right here. They're so cute. I put this soft blankie on the couch, and the cats are absolutely loving it. Mwah. Okay, so I'm going to bring up that pattern and get started. What are you doing to my face, Stubberwubs? What are you doing to my face? I think we have an adopter for him that might be meeting us on Sunday, so maybe he will have his forever home. I feel like this is going to be a pretty easy pattern to follow. So far I have knitted the first 6 rows. I believe I cast on 84 stitches, and the hood is worked in a 2x2 ribbing. So you knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2 all the way along, and then on the other side you purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, like the opposite of what you did on the first side. So yeah, that's what I have. This yarn is so fuzzy and soft. I told my husband I might want to make a sweater out of it because it feels so good. It's just so nice, isn't it, Chubbers? Isn't it? And Stubbers. You silly boy. Alright, so I have to look at the pattern and see what the next step is. I think the next step you do just a stockinette stitch, which is where you knit 1 row, purl a row, knit row, unpurl a row. But I have to look at it because I think that's what we're supposed to do, but I'm not positive. But if that's the case, essentially the rest of the hood would just be that until we get to how, I guess, wide we want it to be, like how far back over the head we go. Like this is the rim that goes around the front of your face, and then we knit back to the back of it, and then it's seamed at the back. So it seems like a fairly easy project. I just need to look at the pattern, make sure I understand what's happening, and it correctly, unlike last time, which I did mess up the knitting stitches. But this time, hopefully I don't mess up. And I think it's going to look really nice. And this is so soft. I wish you could, like, feel this through the camera. It just feels so soft and nice. But yeah, this is the Hygge yarn. The spelling is a little odd, but it's Scottish, I think, for the name. Hi, Jetty Betty. My pretty girl. Oh, my silly baby. Yeah, so this is the Red Heart Hygge yarn. I got the 8-ounce skein, which is 227 grams. yeah, so I just need to look at the pattern and work on it. What are you guys doing? Excuse me. Excuse me, you're being too cute. Yes, you are. Oh, look at that stretch. Look at that stretch. Oh, you're a good boy. That's a good stubber wub. Okay, I'm gonna start working on the next part of this hat. I have Chubs here sitting on top of my shoulder. You do continue on the brim actually, so, but it does change. So we're doing the 2x2 rib of knit, 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 purl, purl. We did that already. Now I need to knit 7 rows of just knit stitch. Just knits. Yeah, so I need to do that for 7 rows. And then after that, we will work on, I believe it'll turn into stockinette stitch. So I will have the link to this pattern in the description if you want to follow it yourself. For now, I have Jetty Betty right here. I have Stubby right here, little stubbers. And Chubs is just hanging out on my shoulder, I guess. Alright, so I just finished knitting the 7 rows. Now, it's really hard to see the definition of the stitches because this yarn is fuzzy, but it's so soft. Like, if you go to a store where they have yarn and they have this, you should feel it. But anyways, if you have a more plain yarn, you'll see the stitch definition better. But so far we have done the ribbing for the first, I think it was 6 rows, I can't remember. And now I've done the garter stitch for 7 rows, so now I'm going to be working on to the next part in knitting this hood. And ever since I've been knitting more, the cats have been loving it because it makes me sit in one spot for longer. Yeah, isn't that true, Wubs? He is just being such a sweetie pie. This is one of my foster kitties. And if you are in Southern California and want to adopt, these guys are available. Aren't you? And they are just the sweetest babies. Not to brag or anything, but I have been told that I raise the sweetest kitties. So, this is Wubs. He's just in my lap as I've been knitting this, and he's just purring away. Listen to that. But yeah, so they are available for adoption through Love Your Feral Felines. That's the rescue that I foster through. Stubbs, I believe, might be meeting his potential adopter on Sunday. Oh my gosh, you're just all up in my business. So he might get adopted soon. Wubs is available, Chubs is available, and so is, why can't I think? Bubs. Bubs. I can't forget Bubs. Yeah, so adopt some kitties, please. There are over 100 other cats and kittens that need to be adopted as well. We need some adoptions around here. Okay. So, if you want to adopt, if you're in Southern California, like, LA is like really far, is like a 2-hour drive from here, so probably not if you're like in the LA area, but like San Diego type area, let me think, like if you're in Oceanside, Vista, Escondido, like if you're like near around that area, these guys shouldn't be too far. There actually are adoption facilities in Vista, California. There's also a PetSmart location where we have cats, in a cattery at a PetSmart in Oceanside. So if you're wanting to adopt and you're in that kind of area, I don't know, Encinitas, what else is around here? Fallbrook, Bonsall, Murrieta, Temecula. I don't know, that area, if that rings any bells of where you are. If you're looking for a kitty, we've got them. All right, so I am going to continue knitting. This feels so nice. I am gonna love this cozy hood. Like, I feel like I should probably make a couple of these with this yarn for Christmas presents this year. So maybe I will make some more of these for family in some other colors. These boys are just, oh my gosh, you're so sweet. He head butted right into the camera to rub against it. So heckin' sweet. Okay, now to continue with my knitting, I need to look at the next part of the pattern so that I can do it. And luckily in this pattern it seems pretty easy. I haven't made any mistakes to my knowledge. I believe I can make this mistake free, hopefully. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, Wubs. Oh, Wubs. You want to play with my hoodie? That's a good boy. Alright, so I am moving along in this project. I really like it. Like I said, I love this yarn so much. It just feels so nice to work with. I mean, it might not be the best beginner-friendly yarn if you're just beginning because it's really fuzzy. So it's hard to kind of see the defined stitches in comparison to some other yarns, but I really like it. So this is the brim of the hood. It goes like around the hood, around the head, and it gets seamed in the back to close it. So like this would be folded. So I just need to keep knitting until it is wide enough to go like across my whole head. Hopefully this makes sense, but this is the brim part that goes around the face and we're knitting towards the back. So I just have to keep knitting until I think it'll be a good size to fit my head. I've already finished all of the decreases in the pattern. It's just basically I am at the beginning in the front there's 4 inches of garter stitch on each side, and then in the middle it's stockinette, so it's knit on one side and then purled on the other. So this is the purl side, this is the knitted side, which is the outer side of the hood. It's so soft. Okay, I'm just gonna keep knitting until this is done. Hopefully I'll finish this today. Alright, I think I have knitted it like wide enough to go across my head. I think this is a good I guess width. I don't know. But I have this much yarn left in my ball. I have, and I'm going to start, I guess, casting off stitches and then it'll be sewn up. And then I'll have to make, I'll probably crochet the little ties. So I'm going to work on casting off now. Alright, so I just finished sewing up the hood. I think I think it might be a little bit long-wise for me. I don't know if it'll end up being a Christmas present or something, but we'll see if I end up deciding to keep it. Next time I make this, I would definitely maybe shorten it about this much, because it feels like it's kind of long, maybe longer than I wanted it to be. I don't know. But now I am going to take my crochet hook and I am going to just make some little ties so I could tie in the front. I don't know, maybe this will be a Christmas gift to someone. I don't know, we'll see. There's a little bit of construction going on at a neighbor's house, so I'm coming in to finish this video up. But I love how this hood turned out. At first I wasn't sure about the sizing, but I think it actually turned out really perfect. It's super cute. I like the green and pairing it with this red. Now what I'd really love is to be able to make this hood in red, but I'd probably have to do a different yarn because I believe I looked up the different colorways in this specific yarn and I don't believe they have like a good red. So they did have the green though. I think it looks Christmassy with my red medieval dress, and I think it actually pairs well with my medieval dresses. So I think that's fun. For a review on this yarn, I love it. I wish it was in more colors, and I wish it was in like a bright red. So if Red Heart sees this, please make this in a bright red, or if you see it in a bright red, let me know. But I really like it. It fits pretty perfectly, I think. It's soft. I like the pattern. The pattern was really easy for me to follow. And it was by PosiTori, I believe, on Ravelry. And I'll have a link in the description for you if you want to make this pattern as well. It is a free pattern, so it's really accessible. You just need to get the yarn to make it up. All right, I really like the hood. So that's it for this video. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.